up, my beauty babes? It is your girl CEO Queendom back again for another video, and as you can see, I'm ready for bed. Bonnet, robe, period. But I was coming to have like a conversation because I was watching Clarence NYC as he reacted to King's documentary, and I'm like at 17 minutes because I was still watching it, you guys. And as you grow and mature, you realize when you did wrong, when you said things wrong, and you be a bigger person to actually be able to say it out loud. I'm so disappointed in myself as a mature person. You know, hurt make you kind of relive your own pain, and sometimes you'll look at another person and put your pain on them, like as if they did you wrong. But I want to say shout out to King for coming out as a young man growing into a real stable man, coming out and kind of letting us see how everything went, how everything was going, coming out and actually saying that he cheated, like he was the initiation of something, coming out speaking on the, I'm not finished yet, but coming out speaking on the Carmen and Corey situation, how he didn't like all of these people, you know, going on social media, because he's very like a private person, which is hard to be when you're a YouTuber, because you want people to feel as close to you as possible without pushing them away. And sometimes privacy is very scarce. Like, you can't have privacy. Like superstars, you can't have privacy. People want to know everything, and if you're not willing to show everything, then you could be outcasted or whatever. But I found myself trying not to get emotional, because I could tell the vulnerability that he was in when he was speaking, because I could feel it. You know what I'm saying? I know that there's a lot of younger YouTubers who watch everybody's YouTube page. One day you will be in his place, whether it be you being Nique or you being King. It's not just males that cheat, there are females that cheat as well. People make mistakes, you know. Sometimes pain can be not so easy to get over. Some people don't know how to come over it. Some people don't really know how to forgive, and those things are chunked around time after time. But in this video, I noticed that he is really hurt, that he hurt people, you know. And it takes a lot to stand up and say, I did wrong and I apologize, I'm gonna take my L. You know what I'm saying? So I still got a little bit more to watch. So I think I'm gonna just like say this part, watch the rest of it, and come back and give my ending part. But he did come out and say that he did not sleep with Carmen. He was basically saying he doesn't know why he chose to lie to get what I don't know what information it was. We're not going to sit here and, well, I'm not going to sit here anymore and bash King, because I'm not a man, but I know how it feels to be on both sides of that equation. So I just feel like I wanted to tell him, you know, kudos to you. This makes me see you in a different light, because I ain't gonna lie, I was coming for you, sir. I was coming for you. But now I'm like, okay, whew, calm down, sis. Now you're opening up to where I'm like, okay, cool. Now I understand more better. And I'm all for privacy, you know, and keeping some things to yourself. But with situations like this, those are the situations you don't stay quiet in. Like if someone says you raped somebody, somebody says you killed somebody. Those situations in cheating is not something you just like sweep up under the rug, because it can turn bad really fast, and the best thing to do is to get ahead of it. And I'm kind of glad that he did do this documentary, which I'm about to finish. I kind of wish he would have did it a little earlier. That way it would have been better, because the way it was when he came out with the little, with the little short video, I was like, sir. But this one here is, I want to say, a lot lesser, but it's more like it gets you to understand everything. So I'm about to get back to the rest of it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so the more I listen, the more I'm starting to understand. I really believe King was dealing with depression, and when you know you're the person that created some type of friction, it can be a lot of attacking yourself, and there will be no healing. You will steady be hurting yourself. So him speaking up, saying that he was going through something, he seems like the type, kind of like how I am. I don't like if you're mad at me, like I don't like you not to talk to me, like that shit drives me crazy. So he seemed like a person that he knew he did wrong, which he did speak of, but it's also like it's still a pain, you know, you got to walk around with. So he decided to move out because he didn't like sleeping separated. I'm thinking that was the best move. The only reason why I'm thinking it's the best move, because sometimes it can be hard to swallow things. It can be hard, really hard. So kudos to him for acknowledging where he was at that time, and feeling what best decisions need to be made for him. I have heard that there may, I'm not for sure, so don't quote me, but I heard there may be a girl, and so then it got me like, how you move that fast? But because I don't know, I'm going to go and do my homework. Unlike people who just run with news, I seen it and I say, you know what, I'm gonna do my homework. So I'm not for sure. Allegedly, we're gonna say allegedly. But I'm just like, I could tell in videos when it came down to Nique, like I could tell. Okay, so being that I have been on both sides of the situation, I know hurt and I know pain, you know, even when you're trying to smile, even when you're partying and going everywhere, that pain that you got to deal with when you are by yourself will eat you up. Like, seriously, it will eat you up. And the best thing, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm about to get off, if you're going through things, I know a lot of people are not open, like Splain, aka King, said, you have to find somebody to talk to. You have to allow your feelings to come out, because if not, that can turn deadly really fast. So from Miss CEO Queendom to you, if you need somebody, find somebody. Even if it's not family, it can be a total stranger. Find somebody to talk to, so that you can learn and move in the way that you need to become healthier for yourself. So that is the end of my video. Kudos to King, and I hope that him and Nique can find everything that they're supposed to find, and what's meant for you is meant for you. So okay, so I was going to end the video, and I noticed that Nique did a reaction as well. So I might as well make this just a outlook on both. Okay, so right now, let me tell you guys, I'm on 20 minutes of Nique's video. She basically agreed with a lot of the stuff that King Splain was saying. how he cheated. She went into depth saying that it was more than just him cheating. It was him texting girls, her catching him, you know, stuff like that. She went more into depth about how it was switched around. And at first it was, hey, I made a mistake. Me cheating was a mistake. And then it kind of went to, oh, I cheated because of this, and I cheated because of that. And just, you know, that can be a lot when you're trying to forgive a person, and then that person just constantly does stuff like out of controlly, that constantly keeps hurting you. So I know how that feels. So I'm glad that she did do a reaction video to this, because I felt that we need to hear her feelings and how she felt about the situation. The part I'm on now is when he's explaining the stuff about Carmen, and she was like, you know, if you knew it was a lie, like, why didn't you like lace me up? Like, you're my boyfriend, right? The father of my child. Why didn't you lace me up if it was a lie? Which I really do believe it was a lie. But if it was a lie, why didn't you lace her up? So when you knew that she was about to make the tweet about you and Carmen effing, why didn't you as a man stand up and say, okay, so look, this is how it went, this is the reason why? And I feel like when you don't communicate the way you need to, you leave doors open, and an overthinker will only assume what they can assume because you're not giving them the information. I feel like on that part, he was most definitely wrong, leaving her out in the open like that. And then I still feel some type of way about him going in. Carmen's not the best person, the perfect person in the world. Who is? Nique is not the perfect person in the world. I hate that their friendship, because they were just starting over, I hate that their friendship went to the point that it went to, you know what I'm saying? And he could have fixed it, at least with the point of telling the truth, if not to the world, since you don't like your business being out. But the person that lays in the same household with you, that's supposed to be the person that you were talking to, and at least letting her know what was up. So she's basically just going into depth. So I'm about to watch some more of it, and I'll come back, and I'm gonna just have to cut the other end of the video, baby, and do it again. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make it where this video is not long. So I'm watching more. It's basically him explaining everything, and I didn't hear this part while watching it on Clarence's reaction, but I just noticed it on hers. He said he told the lie to find out information. That part is not registering to me, because I can't see myself hurting nobody to find out information. And what was it that okay, so this is what I think. I think he messed up, right? And once it started to separate, he started to think, damn, I did it. Is she doing it? Like, you know what I'm saying? She up and going, she getting cute, she doing this, she doing that. She probably was hurt in the beginning, and as it went on, she started to try to heal herself. And maybe he got scared that maybe reaping what you sow, he was going to get it back. So he told the lie about sleeping with Carmen to get information about Nique. I feel that that's low. That's low down, because I feel like this is somebody that you said you loved. So why not just ask that person? You know what I'm saying? Like, why create where you messing up two households? Not just, I feel like you didn't just mess up your household, you messed up another household, which I'm not saying Carmen and Corey household is spick and span, because Lord knows that ain't the truth. But whose household is together? You know what I'm saying? So, that part I didn't get, but let me finish, okay? Be right back.
To a point where I just didn't want to do it no more. I came to him and I told him, I'm not happy. Help me. Let's help our relationship. I want to try. I'm not happy. Like, I was just crying to him saying, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And he was like, well, if you're not happy, break up with me then, because I don't want to be with nobody who ain't happy. And I was like, you know how you want somebody to respond to a conversation different than what they did, and then it make you look like, well, I really wasn't expecting that response. You know what I mean? I wanted to fix our relationship. I wanted it to be better, but he was kind of like, if you ain't happy, break.
Okay, so I put that little clip in. She eventually stopped and just talked about stuff. And remember, I said allegedly, that he had a girlfriend, and hearing it, from her mouth saying like people wanted to know how she felt. I think she did good as a, I'm sorry, this is such a vulnerable type of situation, so I'm not gonna be as chipper, because this is kind of like a real serious situation. I just don't get the moving on part. I just don't get that. There's years, like, how do you move on? That I don't get. But I'm not here to bash. I want to tell her, kudos to her. I'm hoping that she's able to handle everything, hurt, pain, confusion, everything, be able to handle it in a healthy way, to where she can shine and move on as well. So that's the end of my video. I'm hoping for the best for both of them, and especially because little man is involved, and not just for little man, just for them, because sometimes we do stuff for our kids. People stay in relationships that are not healthy, that are not good. So I'm not gonna say stay in it or get better for Kaiser's sake, but I would tell them to get better for their sake, for their health, their energy, everything that they want to touch and accomplish. If your mind is cloudy and your mind is tainted, everything you touch will not prosper. So I'm hoping for a healthy branch for both of them. Saying I'm gonna end this video. And I'm on the last minutes and seconds. And Nique said that the girl in which he is talking to is one of the girls that he got caught talking to. Y'all have got to do better. That shit is crazy. That shit's crazy. And that baby's hurting, and I can tell. And I'm hoping that she shines as bright as possible after this. After she weeps her last tear and she heals the last part of her heart that's broken, that she'll be able to stand up and shine.